Hey, this is going to be the video wiki / tutorial for the Time Vortex mod / TARDIS mod. This video is going to have no cuts, however, everything that I can label will be labeled in the YouTube progress bar, so if you're coming back for reference, then you should be able to find everything that you need. With that being said, let's just get straight into it. I'm going to get our basic essentials here, and I'm just going to get some spruce planks as a building block. So the Vortex interface module, this stores all the data about the TARDIS, and this is also considered the center of your TARDIS. So you'll also hear me refer to this as the core sometimes. The throttle, this has on and off. This basically just tells your TARDIS to go. You can also pause flight, so you can chill in the Vortex. This is the coordinate designator. This has X, Y, and Z. And then this big button right here will toggle between decreasing and increasing coordinate values. You can see right now we're on increasing, so it's going to go up, and now we're on decreasing, so it's going to go down. So I'm going to set the Y coordinate to 100, and then, yeah, we'll just go 0, 0, and we're going to take off. This is all you need to have a functional TARDIS, although as you saw it will be annoying to use, because you're going to have to use this coordinate keypad in order to set your coordinates, which only goes 5 at a time. We're flying pretty close, but it always takes a constant time to fly through. I do want to note that, which is both a good thing and a bad thing, because if you're close by, obviously, yeah, it's a little bit annoying, but if you're far away, then you get to travel 1,000,000 blocks in 45 seconds. You heard that lightning bolt. I'll explain that in a minute. I'm just going to make this platform bigger, because it will need to be soon. Get rid of these, keep my building block, and let's get to the size upgrade. This is the only module that needs to be directly touching the interface module. It doesn't actually have to be directly touching it, I should say. It can be 1 block away. So this is actually a valid location for it. It is within a 1 block radius. I'm going to plop it back here, and I'm going to put a single size upgrade in here. So each size upgrade will extend the radius by 1. So you see, by default it was 3 by 3. I put 1 in there, so it's going to be 5 by 5. If I were to put another, it would be 7 by 7. And then 9 by 9, 11 by 11, so on, so on, so on. And I'm going to fill in this empty space, just so it doesn't look terrible. You know what, I'm actually going to do a second size upgrade, because this is getting cramped. So let's put this guy in here. And then let's just go a little bit over. And you see the particles are a much bigger area now. That signifies what all is going to be taken with it. Also to note, it only goes 1 block below the interface, and the max Y up that it's going to go is, I believe, 12, if I remember correctly. These particles that you're seeing, they don't look very nice right now because we're going to such a close destination. But if we were going somewhere further, then the radius of the circle would actually be the proper size, and there would be a nice big cylinder around us. You will get to see that here in a second, because I'm going to show you the coordinate keypad. Let me make sure the textures line up. Oh yeah, I have to place it this way. You can see I actually used the Minecraft textures for all these blocks, that way it fits really nicely with whatever you want to build. So this right here, if you ever forget, you can right click on it and it will tell you how to use it. But as you can see, it says you do /TARDIS set, and there you go. You now can control your TARDIS using commands, at least the coordinates, the target. So you've got /TARDIS set chords, which is coordinates, dim, which is dimension, and then rotation. And this will be in degrees, so you've got 90, 180, 270, and 360. I should also note, this module right here unlocks dimensional travel. You cannot travel dimensions unless you have this block. Let me set the coordinates super far away, and I'll explain a block while we're traveling, and you'll also get to see the nice tunnel effect. So let's dematerialize here, and I will start explaining the Artron Equalizer. So you heard the thunder when we were about to land, and that is because we didn't have this Artron Equalizer. As you can see in the tooltip, it will prevent the lightning from striking your landing zone if you have this. So we'll place that down. And like I said, I'm trying to keep a Minecraft theme with these textures, so I actually straight up took the redstone torch texture and put it on this block. And I will add more detail to this, don't worry. This is kind of a temporary texture for this, because I don't really know what this would look like. If any of you have any suggestions, please let me know. The exterior scanner, I'll actually explain that later. That's not useful to us right now. We should almost be there. Yep. So you can see our coordinates are actually completely relative. And you can see the nice tunnel. Well, now you can't, but you could see the last tunnel there. So next tick, we should be there. Yep. So now we have arrived at our destination. And now I'll show you the grounding module. So this guy, you see we're floating. Let me place it the right way around. You can see we're floating in the air, and I don't want that. Let me go a little bit over, because it is also important to note right now, in a proto TARDIS, if you teleport to a location that is within the size of your TARDIS, of your current location, so if my location was 0, 0, 0, and the size of my TARDIS is 10, I would have to be at least 10 blocks away from the other location, or part of my TARDIS will get destroyed. That's not a permanent feature. I will fix that. I'm not sure what causes it, but that is something I want to note. Yep, save our coordinates. So I'm just going to go a little bit away so that doesn't happen, and I'll show you the grounding module. But as you can see, we're in the air, and I don't want that. I want to be on the ground. I don't want to have to figure out what the ground coordinates are and then go there. So we're going to take off again, and unfortunately, I might add a little cut here. Alright, we should be about to land. I didn't want to have to think of stuff to say while we were in flight, so I just decided to cut that part. Yep, and there you go. As you can see, we are on the ground, even though it did not change our Y coordinates. So that is what the grounding module does. And now I think it's time we make our TARDIS bigger on the inside. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the Euclidean Upgrade. I'm going to right-click on the TARDIS. I'm going to right-click again. And I'm going to step into our now bigger on the inside TARDIS. And now I can show you the exterior scanner. If I right-click on this, you see it says it's not safe to exit because we're actually technically floating. But that's why I give you the block that's out there so that you can judge for yourself. And you say, oh, it's water, that is actually safe. If it says lava, then you know it's actually not. And you see it's got the correct coordinates. We've got overworld. And that is what the scanner does. And now let's go into the TARDIS door. So as you can see, it spawned one of these for us when we first got in here. I'm going to break this little area right here because we're not actually going to need this. That's just so you can have a little bit of freedom. How big you want to make your TARDIS. Okay, but you saw by default it spawns on this side, and it puts us out on this face. And you'll also notice the door is four-sided. That's what I'm getting to. Say I wanted to put the door over here. Well, it's still going to spawn me out this face, and I most likely don't want that, unless I'm building something very unique. So you can block up the other faces, and now it will have you come out of this. So, let me just show again on the other side. I'm just going to put it really close. Not going to worry about building a little thing for each one. I'll go back in, and you can see it spawns me on the right side. So that allows you to just have a little bit more freedom of design and choose exactly where you want your door to be. Now keep in mind, the only entry door is going to be the one closest to the original door point. So it's like, right about here. So if I have two doors, which you can do by the way, both of these are valid exit doors. But only this one will be an entry door, because it is the closest one to this point. So you could mark it with a block, or you can just mark the coordinates, or you can just remember where it is. I mean, you just gotta remember it's in that general direction about 10 blocks away. And, or actually I'll keep that there. And that should be all you really need to know. I don't know why I'm putting wood there, I should put glass there. Let's do blue. Blue's a cool color. Alright. Let me break this. You don't need the size upgrade or anything whenever you're inside of a bigger on the inside TARDIS. So we can actually just break it. And let's do a flight with the bigger on the inside TARDIS. Let's go to 1,000,000. Also, I should have noted this earlier, but I kind of just skipped over it. The rotation thing, this only works when you have a bigger on the inside TARDIS. This rotates the exterior. This will not rotate a proto TARDIS. Just want to clear that up. See, I've updated the coordinates. Pull the lever, and we're going to dematerialize. So again, in here it takes a constant time for flight. I'm trying to find a nice math function to use to determine flight time. Everything I've used, it's either like a little bit too fast for close distances or too long for long distances, or it's way too fast for long distances, and I just can't get a right function going on here. But eventually it will change. It won't always be a constant flight time. Yeah, we've got these nice time rotor particles. I think I'll make a time rotor block in the future that's animated. Just kind of like the classic Who ones. That's one block tall that would go up and down. Of course, we're in an ocean. You can see we have changed coordinates to 1,000,000. And the grounding module worked. In the water, which technically counts as the ground. Alright, and that is the basic mod review. If you're just going to be using this normally, then you can go ahead and exit out of this tutorial. Now, if you want to add some stuff, like remotely controlling your TARDIS, then you should keep watching. That is where the ComputerCraft API comes in. I'm going to get myself a wireless pocket computer and an advanced computer. And I can just put the advanced computer like right there. I'm going to put an Ender modem on it. And I'm just going to, I coded this before I made this tutorial. I'm going to put a little recall script in here. Or it's not even really a recall script. It makes it so you can type coordinates inside of this thing, and it will remotely send this TARDIS to that destination. So we're going to start off. I'll have these pastebin links in the description, so you can use them if you want. For the computer, we're going to do pastebin, put, and then this. I think I have to do the name of the file first. So you're going to do startup. Okay, no. Oh, I did put. I'm an idiot. Git, and then startup. There we go. And then we're going to run startup. And naming it startup makes it so whenever this computer turns on, it will automatically run. And then for the pocket computer, yeah, this is honestly just not much going in here. Not much going on in here. Oops, I got the whole link instead of the code. At this point, I could have typed all the code that's in here faster than pasting all this. Okay, because as you can see, oh, I ran it, didn't I? I meant to do edit startup. This is not much. This gets an input string, io.read, and then it sends a RedNet signal to this computer. Keep in mind, this 0, this is the ID of the other computer. Okay, this will most likely be different for you if you have other computers on your server. And how you find out the IDs of your computer is, let me first of all start this. I'm going to go into the one that we need the ID of, and you're going to type Lua, and then you're going to type print os.get computer ID, and make sure it is capitalized correctly, and you put the parentheses just like how I have them. Then you press enter, and it will tell you the computer ID. So you see that the computer ID is actually 2. So I am going to have to change it in this script, which I do by doing edit space startup, and I'm going to change the 0 to a 2. Very simple. I run startup, and then I'm going to run startup. And now, if I type numbers in here, like 100, 100, 100, in here, yep, set chords to 100, 100, 100. So what this allows me to do is /set block stone. I'm going to get the coordinates of this targeted block, so replace those with 1, 5, and then we're going to go one above it, because that is actually where I want the TARDIS to go. I don't need to make one bigger. I'm going to stand here because actually if you materialize over an entity, it will end up inside your TARDIS. Open this guy up. There we go. And then I should be able to type takeoff. And we'll see it start to dematerialize. You can hear it. That's gone. And now I will patiently wait right here. But obviously you couldn't, recall script isn't the only thing you could do with this. I mean, you could literally remotely send it to go pick up your friend or something. Or even go pick up an entity. It doesn't even have to be a player. And there we go. We've materialized over ourselves, and we're back in the TARDIS. Now, thank you to my friend Owen for recommending I add ComputerCraft compatibility. I think this is an absolutely amazing feature. Now, I don't think I can imagine the mod without it anymore. But that is going to conclude the Vortex mod video wiki. So, thank you so much for trying out the mod. If you have any suggestions or you want anything changed, then let me know in the comments or on the CurseForge page. There might even be a Discord by the time you're watching this. I'm thinking about making one. But yeah, thank you again. Goodbye.